Greetings, Mayor, members of City Council, and citizens of Austin. I'm Mark Tester, Director of the Austin Convention Center Department, and I'm very honored to present the FY 2013-14 budget on the behalf of our department. The Austin Convention Center Department is comprised of the Austin Convention Center, the Palmer Event Center, 3 parking garages, and beginning in fiscal year 14, the newly opened African American Cultural and Heritage Facility located on East 11th Street. The central mission of our department is to provide outstanding event facilities and services to our customers so they can have a positive experience. This current fiscal year, FY 2013, has been a historic year for the hospitality industry and for our department. Our local hotel community is thriving with occupancies, average rate, and revenue per available room that are at levels that are the envy of our competitors. Hotel occupancy tax collections, which represents almost 60% of our revenue, increased by 13% over the previous fiscal year, and each of the first 3 quarters of this year, the collections received represented historic highs as compared to the same time periods. Through our tremendous partnership with the Austin Convention and Visitors Bureau, advanced convention bookings, which typically occur 3 to 5 years out, were very strong this fiscal year, and we will see increased occupancy and revenue generated at the Austin Convention Center and Palmer Event Center. In addition to the increased demand from our busy convention facilities, the loss of flat surface parking lots due to construction projects such as the JW Marriott Hotel project has increased demand in our parking garages to historic levels. We continue to strive to improve our facilities and the guest experience, and among other improvements, we upgraded our retail offerings with improvements to our retail store and the addition of a retail kiosk that can be placed at different locations throughout the convention center. In 2010, the Austin Convention Center received the U.S. Green Building Council's Leadership in Energy and Efficiency Design Existing Building, or LEED EB Gold certification. We were the first convention center in Texas to earn LEED EB Gold and only the second in the U.S. at that time. As part of our many sustainability efforts, the convention center recycled 67% of all waste in FY 13. In 2012, we achieved carbon neutrality well ahead of the citywide goal of 2020. We have a number of key performance areas that we track to measure our success. Meeting and exceeding our customers' expectations with exceptional facilities and customer service is our mission. We survey our customers for feedback and advice on how to improve. For fiscal 2013, we set up a client evaluation rating summary of 4.53 out of a scale of 5.0. As of the 3rd quarter of this year, we're currently at 4.65 and anticipate on a strong finish, and we should meet this key performance area this year. The Convention Center operating unreserved ending balance, which does not include the Palmer Event Center, is important as it points to the overall and long-term financial health and sustainability of the Convention Center. We will be increasing this ending balance by 8%, or approximately $1.5 million this fiscal year. As mentioned prior, hotel occupancy tax collections, almost 60% of our funding, increased by 13% from the previous year. We track exhibit hall and ballroom demand and occupancy. The occupancy on the expansion or Hilton side of the convention center now exceeds 50%, with the overall exhibit hall and ballroom occupancy at 47%. In customer surveys, 9 out of 10 of our customers indicate that they would schedule another event at our facilities, which demonstrates the commitment to a great customer experience that is shared by our full and part-time employees. Sources and uses of funds. Departmental revenue. The FY 14 revenue totals $72 million. This represents an increase of 13% from last year's budget of $62.7 million and 3% from our end-of-year estimate of $70.1 million. From left to right, we're budgeting that hotel occupancy tax will increase 13% from the FY budget of $37.2 million and 3% from our year-end estimate of $42 million, and total $43.3 million in FY 14. Car rental tax, which covers debt and expenses related to the Palmer Event Center, is estimated to increase by 7% and represent $7.9 million. With another strong calendar of convention and event bookings at both convention facilities, we are projecting continued revenue growth at both the Austin Convention Center and Palmer Event Center. With the legal issues now concluded regarding our 5th Street parking garage, we will no longer be accruing interest on the monies held in escrow, which is reflected in our decrease in other revenue from $2 million to $100,000. Uses of funds. The FY14 budget totals $70.8 million. This represents an increase of 5% from FY13 budget of $66.3 million and a 2% increase from our end-of-year estimate of $68.6 million. The requirements needed to operate both the Convention Center and Palmer Event Center total $37.9 million, or 53% of our total budget. Debt service is budgeted for an almost $2.3 million increase, which is related to the bonds on the expansion or Hilton side of the Convention Center. Support services show a slight increase, and other transfers remain flat. Revenue highlights. With strong booking projections and minimal facility and parking fee increases, revenue generated through our facilities and parking garages are budgeted to increase by $1.5 million. Further down the slide, please also note increase in catering and audiovisual revenue received from our exclusive catering and concession provider and preferred audiovisual provider. As mentioned previously, we continue to see positive trends with hotel occupancy and rental car tax collections, and our budgeting increases. Lastly, interest revenue will decrease by $2 million relating to judgment payment on our 5th Street parking garage. Budget highlights. For the first time in 4 years, we are requesting additional full-time equivalents. Of the 12 new positions, 10 are directly related to servicing our customers and also in generating revenue for our busy facilities. Our facilities must be state-of-the-art with hotel quality amenities in order to maintain and grow our position in a very competitive marketplace. We will be investing $1.3 million for maintenance projects, additional equipment, and upgrades to our robust technology infrastructure. As noted earlier, we have budgeted an additional $2.3 million for debt service. Again, the majority is for the bond requirements on the expansion or Hilton side of the Convention Center. Additional catering expenses of $3 million will be offset by the increase in revenue. Last, the transfer of $3.5 million for the judgment payment on the settlement on our 5th Street parking garage is also included in this budget. Fund summary. As an enterprise department, it is imperative that we retain a strong ending balance that protects us during tough economic times. For example, from 2008 to 2010, the hotel occupancy tax collections we received declined by $7 million. Please note that for FY13, we will be adding an additional $1.5 million to our ending balance and have a proposed FY14 beginning balance of $29.9 million. Our FY14 budget revenue of $72 million exceeds budgeted uses by $1.2 million, which represents a FY14 ending balance of $31.1 million. CIP highlights. Our 5-year capital improvement plan includes $9.4 million of improvements to both our facilities. The south or original side of the Convention Center is now over 20 years old, and escalators and other equipment are in need of replacement. In addition, we'll be investing in lighting automation, replacing generators, and continuing to upgrade our IT infrastructure. FY14 CIP spending. We will be investing $5.8 million in improvements to the Convention Center. Included is electrical upgrades to our free pre-function space that will allow greater flexibility for our customers, digital signs for our meeting rooms and ballrooms, upgrades to our IT and Wi-Fi services, and new decorative concrete sidewalks and other improvements to the outside of the Convention Center. We have budgeted $80,000 for Palmer's Event Center improvements, which will include a large roll-up door that will allow more flexible use of the exhibit and pre-function space. Other departmental topics. In FY13, we entered into a long-term agreement with Levy Restaurants as the new exclusive concession and catering provider for our facilities. As part of the agreement, Levy has committed capital dollars to improve our food and beverage operation. Levy, on our behalf, is currently doing a series of in-depth interviews with a number of our customers, including their exhibitors and attendees, to learn how we can creatively and efficiently better serve their food and beverage needs. We're excited to hear the results of the interviews and the upcoming improvements to our concession and catering operation. In FY14, we will be operating the African American Cultural and Heritage Facility, which also houses the Cap City African American Chamber of Commerce and African American Visitor Center. The mission of the African American Culture and Heritage Facility is to empower our community through arts and culture and nurture and preserve the cultural integrity of the African American Cultural and Heritage District through partnerships, programs, and events. Our vision is to be the nexus of engagement that stimulates art, culture, and community and job creation. With the settlement on our 5th Street parking garage now concluded, we have come to terms with the Austin Convention and Visitors Bureau to move their Austin Visitor Center into the retail space on the 4th Street side of the garage. Moving the Austin Visitor Center in close proximity to the Convention Center, our city-owned Hilton, along with the Capital Metro Rail line, will positively impact the visitor experience and our ability to be great hosts for our valued visitors. In addition, the 4th Street Red River location will be just steps away from Waller Creek and will hopefully be a catalyst for continued tourism development, such as hotels and restaurants in this important area. Last, we look to make some immediate improvements, such as new roof and asbestos and lead paint removal from the Castleman Bull House, which sits directly behind the Convention Center. After the immediate improvements, we will be looking at options to utilize the Castleman Bull House along with the area around the house as an additional event option for our customers. The Austin Convention Center is very proud in our role in making Austin the most livable city in the country in our pursuit of being declared best managed. We greatly appreciate the support of City Council, City Management, and the hospitality community in our efforts to be great hosts for our visitors to our great city. For additional information or questions, please contact any of us listed. Thanks so much.